I am beating every N64 game, and I mean all of them. The twist is, the next game I play is randomly selected, so I have no clue what's coming next. This is the journey to beating every N64 game. Game number 199, Turok 2 Seeds of Evil. Dang, this would have been a good game 200. Oh well. Released in 1998, this game was developed by Acclaim Entertainment and published by Acclaim. We played the original Turok game back at Game 85, and I believe that's my most viewed video on the entire channel at this point. So needless to say, I'm excited for this because high view count makes the YouTuber feel nice. But anyway, I do have memories of playing this one before, but I would have been like 6 or 7 years old and sucked at video games. Let me tell you, this is not a game a 6-year-old would ever beat. And that tracks because all I remember of this game is the early area of level 1. There was a remake put out for this game relatively recently by Dive Studios, and I would definitely recommend playing that over the N64 version. Unless you're a weirdo like me, of course. Pretty much any issue I mention with the game is fixed in that version. I know Acclaim had a lot of stinkers back in the day, but Turok was not one of them. Let's get into it. The game has a single player story mode, so that's what we'll be doing to beat this game. It opens with a cutscene showing some alien-like woman. She turns and Turok appears through a portal. She says her name is Adia, and some elders named the Lazarus Concordance have asked her to guide us to stop the Primagen. It's trying to destroy these 5 energy totems, keeping it trapped, and if they all get destroyed, the whole universe will blow up. Uh-oh. Our first stop is the port of Adia. There's a war raging on between cybernetically modified dinosaurs doing the Primagen's bidding, but they also have their own agenda, to wipe humanity from the face of this planet. My objectives here are to activate 3 beacons, rescue 4 children, activate the warp portals, and protect the energy totem. That's right, only 4 kids. The rest, well, good luck kids. And then we get into the gameplay. I guess Turok arrived here on a ship, which immediately blows up. This place is just completely in shambles. Destruction everywhere. Not even out of the first screen, and I'm already lost. I kept circling around to this panel saying power cell required. Ah, there we go. That's better. Don't blame me. The game only has no map or gigantic map taking up the entire screen. There's no in between. Oh, what I wouldn't give to have a small mini-map in the corner. With the map, I could see a gap in the wall where this barrel is. Turns out that wall blows up. Would have taken 600 years to figure that out without it. There was a power cell in there, so I brought it back and activated the first beacon. That was quick. Maybe this level won't be that long. I found a portal that brought me somewhere completely different. Ah, geez, this certainly isn't going to help with not getting lost in this game. There was some kind of lizard creature in the hallway here, jumping around like crazy. All I have is this weird claw. Don't even have a gun yet. It was easy to kill, and there was a key to level 2 nearby. Aw man, it doesn't do the cutscene where he looks like he's drinking from it, and goes, "I am Turok." I did find my first gun a bit later, the standard pistol. Hey, it's better than nothing. Time to put this baby in action. There sure is a lot of blood in this game. For the time period, this was really jarring to see, I bet. So running into this enemy, it was clear the game was lagging a bit. The game has expansion pack support with a high res mode available. I figured, well, since it's lagging on low res, why not try high? And it felt about the same, honestly, just now it looked nicer. I played around with swapping it back and forth throughout this playthrough, so you may notice it changed several times. Here, I had my first death of the playthrough. Guess don't fall in any pits. I swear, they changed the core physics engine in this somehow. Like, the movement and jumping felt less good than it did in Turok 1. The game also offers aim assist as an option, which I wound up turning on. You can kinda see it happen here with these little dinos. Just with how choppy the game felt, I thought it was fair to have it on. I apparently got a flare gun at some point, or maybe I spawned with it. The weapon selection in this reminds me of Grand Theft Auto with the weapon wheel or whatever. Hey, when you get a 1-up, he does say the line. "I am Turok!" Aw man, the voice actor sounds way different this time. These little diamond coin things scattered around give extra lives when you collect 100. Why are there lives and an FPS again? It took nearly 20 minutes to find my way back to that room I died in. There was a switch earlier that made this bridge extend. Well, that's 1 out of 4 children. It wasn't because it was a long walk back, just that I was lost and running in circles. 44 minutes into the playthrough and I found the first actual dinosaurs. I guess in the first game they started throwing wacky enemies in at the end, so may as well start with some early this time. In this outdoor area, I climbed a ladder leading to another place for a power cell. Beacon number 2 activated. Oh yeah, we've got the shotgun now. Allegedly, even stronger than the pistol. And here's the third beacon. And you may be thinking, wow, that was fast. This is a short level. Oh no, this game is the antithesis of short level design. There was a pyramid thing beyond here. Turok can go in to speak with Adia and where she can save the game as well as receive a health and ammo refill once per level. It never explains that this is how it works, so I found out the hard way eventually. Guess it would be a tad overpowered if you could spam it. The second key obtained here. An hour into the playthrough already, still on level 1. Dang, this enemy decides to just blow itself up when you kill it. That's kinda crazy. This kid's just sitting in the cage while Turok blasts lizard creatures with explosive shotgun rounds, and one of them blows itself up and body parts go everywhere. Well, hope you have a good rest of your life, kid. Honestly, it's been a bit hard to figure out how to approach making this video. I was completely lost at this point. I even ended up back at the starting area. It's hard to convey just how large this level is, especially with portals warping you all over the place. But yeah, I began wandering around hoping to find an area I hadn't been to yet. After like 15 minutes of running around, I finally found somewhere new. Seeing items to collect made me feel so good. I found the tech bow in this area. I can shoot exploding arrows, which is kinda cool. It's hard to aim compared to the guns though. There was a switch somewhere out here that opened this building, and a juicy level 3 key waiting inside. You need 3 keys to unlock a specific level. Near the save point, there was a different looking switch. It said portal activated. What the heck does that mean? Adia was here and she said this is a talisman chamber, a place where evil cannot enter. There are 5 talismans and 5 eagle feathers I'll need to find during my journey. There wasn't really anything it looked like I could do in here for now, so I guess that's for later. Sometimes the warps aren't even marked, like the one in this hallway here. Why is everything blowing up on the other side? So that's great. There may be portals that I can't even see. The third child was near this area. My intrusive thoughts wanted to shoot them to see what happens, but I was afraid it would make me game over or something weird. Probably wouldn't actually do anything. Reminds me of that little lamplight place in Fallout 3 where it was impossible to kill any of the children in that game even though they're mean to you. I hated that place. Why did this enemy get blasted into the air like that? Was that a bug? I backed out of that area and started backtracking. I thought this was a dead end, but no, a switch opened the way. And then I fell and died. Well, that was awesome. You don't spawn where you died, which can be a big problem if you don't remember the way back. I did make it back and the 4th child was here. When you rescue them, they say, "Thank you, Turok." How do they know my name? Well, apparently that's all the objectives complete. Now how do I get out of here? What is this big triangle on this platform? The diamond things make it look like I need to do a massive jump, but ain't no way he's going that far. I guess I need the hook shot. Haha, get it? A reference to a different N64 game. I am knowledgeable. One problem with getting lost like this is many of the enemies respawn, but none of the items do. I guess you're supposed to just run away from them because health and ammo will slowly chip away. Like 20 minutes of aimlessly wandering around and I finally found a switch I hadn't used yet. Thank goodness. Alright, the 3rd level 2 key. Guess I couldn't have left without this anyway. Now we're in this upper catwalk area. Still level 1 by the way. It's lagging and I'm scared of falling off because I'm definitely going to die. With the tech bow you can use it as a sniper rifle in a way. It lets you zoom in quite far and it's really useful. Okay, a 2nd level 3 key. Surely we're near the end of this one now, right? 2.5 hours in. Oh, there's an option to view your inventory when pausing. Seems I'm missing a 3rd level 3 key as well as 2 other things. Probably that triangle I saw earlier. You can also view your objectives. Gotta love quality of life features. Hey, there it is. Okay, now, how do I get out of here? Here's one of those weird switches again. It says portal activated when I hit it. It seems like it opened this thing, which brought me to a rather strange place. It shows a cutscene where Turok is in like a factory or something, and he starts hearing voices saying the Primagen must not be stopped and chaos must reign supreme. Then they call themselves the Shadows of Oblivion, and these creatures appear with huge swords. Turok 1 at least waited till the last level to get out of hand. Thus commences a gauntlet of fighting these Shadows of Oblivion people. They're really fast and deal more damage than the rest of the ones I've seen so far. Once I'd killed them all, the door opened and I found a part to a nuke weapon. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. Seems like this is something similar to the first Turok, where I could have collected all the pieces of the ultimate weapon, the Chronoscepter. I didn't do it in that run, so I figure I may as well assemble this nuke in this playthrough to make up for it. One cool thing I noticed about this room was all the health and ammo pickups would respawn until I was full on them. It essentially made this area a full health and ammo heal. Upon leaving, there was a cutscene where Adia said she didn't recognize the evil force here, but at the same time it felt familiar to her. I definitely need to be careful around these portals. Yeah, whatever. I can respawn if I die. I'll be fine. So now it's time to leave. This portal takes me to the totem. You know, the ones that the Primagen once destroyed. This is kind of like a tower defense, I guess. Just hordes of enemies coming in. You have to kill them before they can bring the totem's health down. The red bar is the enemies remaining and the green is the totem's health. I defended it and I was warped to a new area. It also said new cheat enabled. What the heck? This is the hub area. You can choose which level to go in here. The center was saying I was missing a Primagen key. Guess I don't have those yet. Man, 3 hours to beat level 1. That's not a good sign. No time to waste. We're going to the second level, the River of Souls. The river's infected from the souls of the dead and anyone who drinks from it will die. However, the totem was placed here to cleanse the river. Guess the dinosaur dudes don't like that, and they're going to destroy it. My objectives are to destroy 2 soul gates, which are spawning undead creatures into the city, destroy the 3 Sisters of Despair, and protect the totem. So here we are in a new level. Seems to be a ruined city, probably the war going on with all the dinosaurs. This extremely visible crack in the wall actually broke when I shot it with a tech bow. Did not expect that to do anything, not gonna lie. Behind this destroyed wall was a turret. It was weird though because there wasn't any way to do anything about it. Oh my god, is it gonna let me ride this dinosaur? It is! This thing is crazy. So that's what was up with that turret and all the cracks in the walls. They expected me to get on this thing. I wonder if Turok is forcing it to fight against its own kind, or it's being a turncoat or something like that. It moves really slow, but who cares? I've got 2 large explosive turrets on my back. I'll take this time to talk about the graphics in Adia. The graphics in this are incredible. It just so happens that the frame rate suffers due to it. I noticed even on low res it was laggy, so I figured, hey, may as well play on high res. In the modern remake you get even better graphics with no lag, but yeah. For the N64, these textures look fantastic. The audio has really clean gun sounds as well as grunts and yells from Turok and the enemies. The voice lines in the cutscenes aren't great, but it's on the N64, so voice acting cutscenes were rare enough already. The music's really good. You kinda don't notice it, it's just more adding to the experience, which is much needed when you're lost in a gigantic level. Normally I'd talk about a specific song I like and play it here, but well, the person who wrote this music heavily detects it for copyright on YouTube. So yeah, not doing that. Shooting these upper turrets on the fortress or whatever with the dinos so cool. Does a good job of making this feel like a battleground. You can even run dudes over with this thing. That's so amazing. Okay, this is way too good. They're just sprinting through this tunnel like, run for your lives! This guy's a madman! All good things must come to an end though. Eventually you run out of room to continue this massacre, and my good dino buddy gets put back in his pen. I'll never forget all the good times we had together, friend. I'll admit, I got stuck here longer than I'd like. I had to shoot these 2 levers with the bow to make them activate the bridge. What are you supposed to do here if you run out of ammo though? Into the fortress now, and are those little dinos eating the corpse of the bigger one? Well, if you're hungry, I guess... never mind. I made my way through the fortress, climbing higher and higher. Then I reached a portal. My favorite thing. Basically, the next 10 minutes or so were me in this fortress area. It was nice because I wasn't getting that lost. But then the confusion hit. This must be the river, but what's up with this water pad? It looks so out of place and like it's supposed to do something. I figured, hey, what's the worst that can happen? I'll try jumping in. And I instantly died. Well, that's a reset if I've ever seen one. My last save was right after getting off my dino friend, so that kinda sucks. Talk about beating a dead horse, but I'm back in the fortress. It was here I found my next weapon, the Warblade. It's just like a more intense version of the Talon. Oh yeah, the initial claw weapon is called the Talon. Don't think I said that. I got the first level 4 key passed here. Only 3 keys to find this time. Hopefully that means it's smaller. Nah, that's straight cope. Okay, let's not jump in the water this time. These little dinos are so impossible to hit. Watching this back though, I have no idea why I'm not just meleeing them. Ah, there we go. Infinitely better. It's so evident how much worse jumping is in this. Turok 1 would have easily made that. Strafe jumping doesn't really help in this game. Now this is what I'm talking about. Looks like we've arrived at the Palace of the Dinosaurs or something. This place is extravagant. Another one of these dang water panels. What the heck is this thing? Clearly I'm supposed to do something here, but nothing's working. Oh, spiders! I hate spiders! These would probably be even harder to shoot than the little dinos. I couldn't get into the main door of the palace because there were these panels saying requires gate key. I didn't even know that was a thing. Wow, it's literally just hidden underneath the stairs. The leaders of this palace pulling a hide the key under the doormat trick. Alright, I'm in. This hole in the middle goes so deep. In fact, it just kept going and going and going, like that Energizer bunny. At the end was a switch along with a ceiling. Oh god, please don't drown. Is it just me, or is the Sonic drowning song like a universal drowning alarm for any video game you play? Into the second Shadows of Oblivion area, and meleeing with the Warblade is quite strong. It feels like the enemies almost get stun locked when you do it. Not quite as effective against these big guys, but that's what the explosive shotgun's for, right? Second nuke part obtained. Nice. Grenades coming from seemingly nowhere. Oh wait, that's a camouflaged enemy. I guess that's something I'm dealing with now. I love the juxtaposition of a ton of baby dinos sprinting down at me while some dude is just impaled against the wall. A new gun! This is the Mag 60, an alternative for the pistol. It just fires 3 rounds in a burst each time you shoot. Pretty good. Okay, I made it to the first soul gate. What do I do? Shoot it? It seems like it's not taking any damage. Maybe I shoot the box thing under it? Nothing was really working, and these zombies spawning are so annoying. Okay, I thought this was really stupid. The explosive shells just don't work, only normal shotgun shells. I feel like that makes no sense, but whatever. First of 2 soul gates taken down. Well, that was fun. Now, where do I go? I ran around for like 20 minutes and wound up in a narrow tunnel with more spiders. The inside of this palace ain't all it's cracked up to be. There was another one of those way too long water tunnels, and now there's a pillar in the center with 4 buttons on it. No idea what they did though. I guess they lowered this ladder? Half of this game is pressing a switch, then trying to figure out what it did, I swear. I guess they want me to just jump and follow this coin trail, like a Mario Maker level. This led to yet another identical looking inner palace area. Can you see how big this level is yet? We're 2 hours and 20 minutes into it so far, by the way. I found a tranquilizer gun? I guess we're taking part in ethical dinosaur stopping now. I don't know, I kinda like killing them. This portal took me to a graveyard. Okay, drastically different atmosphere here. There was a ginormous zombie, kinda looks like that scissors enemy in the northern cave in Final Fantasy VII. Melee wasn't doing so hot here, so time for a shotgun blast. Oh shoot, it's one of the Sisters of Despair. Killing the 3 of them is one of my objectives, if you somehow remember those. Okay, I swear when y'all see clips like this, I don't suck at shooters. The game's lacking so much here. Trust me, a smooth 60 FPS and I don't miss a single shot, no way. Well, that was one graveyard sister. Still need to destroy the other soul gate and I guess find 2 other graveyards. Not to mention collect the keys. Speaking of which, here's the second level 4 key shortly after killing her. Falling off this ledge had a juicy secret. 6 of the coins are worth 10 and there was another one on the other side too. Basically a free 1-up. Okay, this game basically never does this, like you can even just jump off the cliff and die if you want. But here, there's this frustrating invisible wall. Like this tunnel's clearly right there, why can't I go to it? Stuff like this makes navigating even more confusing. Or you've got stuff like this where the enemy fire pushes you ever so slightly and you fall. This probably set me back like 3 minutes of walking. Here's something quite different. A brown eagle feather was found beyond this door. What's that for? I think I remember seeing something about a feather in that altar room from level 1. Oh, wait, this is the same altar in this level. Some dude popped up saying he accepts my offering of a brown eagle feather. I could barely hear him, had to press my ear against the speaker to understand him while writing this. He's giving me the leap of faith talisman instead. If I find one of these panels, I can jump great distances. Oh, that must be what that water tile thing was for. We'll get some kind of talisman for that later, I imagine. Wait, does that mean this game has backtracking? Oh jeez, I'm never finishing this. Here's the leap of faith in action. Honestly, pretty awesome. This one was just to uncover a secret, but it seems like we'll need these talismans to finish the game. I gave up trying to achieve anything and looked for the exit of the level to try somewhere else. Miraculously, I stumbled upon a path I hadn't been down yet. Lots of goodies to collect. Going in this room, there was an ultra health pickup sitting on a button, and the door's locked behind me. That's sure a good sign. This gives you plus 100 health all the way up to a max of 200. Pretty sweet. When I grabbed it, spiders attacked. I hate those things. There was a hidden button to get out, and it spawned these tiny enemies I remember from the first game. They were usually in caves though. The path through here led to a second graveyard, and there were big spiders this time. Still die in one hit from the warblade. This graveyard's more like a mausoleum. A really freaky aesthetic. There are temporary flashlights you pick up, and once it runs out, it's super dark. I was trying to kill the second Sister of Despair, and I just couldn't see anything. Health all the way down, dang. I wound up going with melee because screw trying to aim a gun in the dark. Holy moly, finally. 40 minutes of running around lost, and I found the third graveyard. The legend Rafampin, who speedruns the remake, may or may not have given me some tips after I lost all hope of finding my way out, but whatever. God, this place is spammy. The zombies have ranged attacks, and the worst part is, it makes the screen flash when you take damage. Good luck aiming when the game slows down. This graveyard is huge in comparison to the other two. Just several of these little buildings with switches inside, which collectively open gates to other segments. Every time you pull a switch, like 5 zombies spawn, which sucks. This little building had a graveyard key within, again with these in-level keys. I really hope I'm doing a good job at showing how big this level is. Swear it's like twice the size of the first one. I genuinely don't know how this game fits on an N64 cartridge. Placing 2 graveyard keys made a bridge to cross this poison river. Across here was the third and final Sister of Despair. Only 4.5 hours into this level, not too bad. Not even 10 minutes later and there was a door being guarded by 2 lizard dudes. Within here, the final level 4 key as well as a switch. It's happening! We're really getting out. That switch opened the way to the second and final soul gate. All objectives completed! We're free! Well, still gotta find the exit. After literally 5 hours, I made it out. Oh my god. They're just gonna get longer and longer though, aren't they? This is absurd. Oh wait, not yet. Forgot I gotta defend the totem again. I love the idea of hordes of dinosaur creatures running in, trying to release a creature to destroy the world, and Turok's just chilling, whacking him with his claw. What a boss. There is no stopping this train. Turok wants level 3, so here we go. We are in the Death Marshes, where a new race called the Purling resides. They believe humans are weak, just like insects, so they won't be friendly. The Primagen tricked them into killing Turok, promising they'll be given all of the human land in return, but they're gonna die instead. My objectives are to rescue 5 prisoners, destroy the 3 ammo storage facilities, and of course, defend the totem. What the heck was that? They're throwing in jump scares now? Still stun locking these dudes with my claw. There's also these little dudes wearing a backpack full of bullets holding a minigun. They are extremely annoying. Like, look at this. This guy's tanking 3 shotgun blasts to the face. There is no way. Pretty early on and I've already found one of the prisoners. But we all know deep down that this level's gonna take like 500 hours to find the others, right? As you may guess by the name Death Marsh, there's water here. And it's poisonous, just like that last place. One missed jump and it's over for our buddy Turok. However, this brown water is safe to be in. It's more just a shallow mud, but you get the point. Going through the sludge brought me to the first level 5 key. Nice. Is this some kind of sea monster? I don't want anything to do with that. Get out of here. Oh god, not the bees. Yeah, there's beehives scattered around the level and they're annoying. This was incredibly cool. Turok just clipped through the ground. Quantum tunneling implemented into this game. That's nuts. And hey, the second level 5 key was here near these bees. So far, I'd say things are going quite well. Only 20 minutes in or so. Taking this leap of faith gave me a new weapon, the Shredder. It's a variant of the shotgun that sends out these projectiles after it hits. Pretty cool. It works really well against this giant dude wearing a suit of armor. Took him out in one shot. Get wrecked, dude. It took a while to get here, but I found an armory. There were 4 locks on the door. I love how when I finished, it just fell on me and dealt damage. Honestly, that's pretty good. Instead of just being in that little building, it warped me to a large cavern, cause of course it did. Shooting the boxes didn't really do anything, so I guess I was missing something. Even explosives didn't make it blow up, which seems counterintuitive. Eventually, I accidentally stumbled upon some event trigger that told me I needed a satchel charge. That would have been nice to know during the mission briefing, but whatever. I decided it wasn't there and left. Not too far away, I found it after jumping over a wall from a tower. Okay, let's do this. Oh yeah, fell through the ground again on my way back. Love that. I wasn't dying much this playthrough, but it was picking up the pace in this level. No idea what happens if I game over. I planted the charge and it's like 5 seconds until detonation. 5 seconds? You've got to be kidding me. Luckily, it seems to blow up the crates in succession, so I had plenty of time to get out. Reminds me of that episode of Drake and Josh where they get a GPS and it's like, turn right in 5 feet. Now this was a sight to see. A spawn of infinite ammo. Sure, it takes a while for each one to spawn in, but I'll take it. The game was getting a bit harder, especially with those little gun guys, so being free to use any gun I want is great. An amazing jump attempt to the ladder by Turok. Not my fault that time. Oh hey, another new gun, the plasma rifle. Also, I pressed the wrong button and fell to my death again. This level is so annoying, man. Just insta-kill poison all over the place. It's a solid weapon. Uses 5 ammo at once to fire like a burst shot. It also has sniper capabilities, and that can be useful too. Man, I am really good at this game. Just finding every place to fall into the poison I can. Okay, seriously, what's up with these little guys? How are none of these shots hitting? That is so dang stupid. It just won't work and they deal so much damage. Other times though, they just die in one shot. It's like the hit detection is just random or something. Yet again, just cannot hit this stupid thing. If these segments look familiar, it's because I started resetting due to losing so much health. I had recently saved the game, so this was a good spot to do it. Finally got to the second prisoner, nearly 2 hours into the level at this point. Yet another new weapon, the grenade launcher. Powerful, but can be risky due to splash damage. Alright, now we're talking. The third prisoner freed just a few minutes later. Oh snap, this area was a 2 for 1. Another prisoner, heck yeah, only one to go. And would you look at that, the 5th prisoner not too far past there. Don't get too excited though. Still need another level 4 key, the feather, and 2 more armories. Well, one of those things taken care of. The blue eagle feather was along the top of this wall of the fortress. This one will let me go in the poison water when I can find the altar. I thought this was pretty cool. Have to shoot the chains holding these cages to get the loot inside. It's good stuff too. And here on top of this cage is our next satchel charge. I act like this is going fast, but it's been 2 hours and 15 minutes so far. I had previously found this portal to the altar and heck yeah, he's giving me the Breath of Life talisman. Finally, that poison water is not going to be an issue anymore. Here we are at the second armory. Of course, I forgot the door would fall on me, but a double whammy with that little guy behind it too. That takes care of the second one of these things. Only one objective to go. Didn't realize until now you can just destroy the beehives to make them stop spawning. No clue why I didn't try that before. Hey look, the third level 5 key. But that sure doesn't look safe in there. I've played enough video games to know this is a trap. I really thought this would be a boss fight, but it's more a gauntlet of a lot of regular enemies. This is textbook boss fight arena. What were they thinking? And past all those guys was the exit. To my surprise, it warped me back to the start of the level rather than the hub area. I guess I'll take it. At least now I can make use of this Breath of Air talisman. Okay, just gotta find one more armory along with the nuke part. It's wild how much safer this level becomes once you have this thing. I felt so free. This was some garbage. I still died in this poison water. I guess the talisman doesn't work everywhere? How am I supposed to tell safe poison water apart from dangerous? Apparently that was dark green water, so much different from the light green stuff. The third and final armory was at those scary jumps I died to early on in the level. That's dark green water, so death if I fall. And no, I didn't get crushed by the door this time. There was an issue though. I hadn't found a third satchel charge yet. Well, hope that doesn't take years to find. I just want to point out, these bees sound exactly like seagulls for some reason. Ah, a lovely sight. New things to pick up. By pure luck, I found the final satchel charge just in this random alcove I never saw. Of course, gotta get another death in on the scary jump for the road. Actually, that was super clutch. Since I previously teleported out of the armory as my last warp, it spawned me next to it upon that death. Heck yes. Destroying this was my last objective. I hadn't found the nuke part though, but that was the last required item. Gotta defend that totem, and it's against the worst enemies ever. It's so freaking loud with all their guns going off at the same time too. I got rid of them and that was that. Only 3 hours and 15 minutes on that level. Not too bad. Well, here we are. The worst level of the game, the Lair of the Blind Ones. If you recognize that name, I'm so sorry. People don't know much about the Blind Ones, but don't underestimate them. Even though they can't see, their other senses are extremely heightened. My objectives this time are to seal 3 thermal vents and defend the totem. Wow, only one objective. How bad could it be? It started out normal enough, in a dark cave with dinosaur enemies around. About what you'd expect. The dinos are swimming now. Actually kinda cool fighting one underwater. In this pool I found a new weapon, the harpoon gun. I presume this is the only way to fire a gun underwater. I fell even further into the cave and there was a lever. What did it do? Literally no idea. I'm confident something somewhere happened though. Holy crap, it's Venenatus! Like 10 of you get that reference. Seriously though, this thing was strong. Felt like a mini-boss. No more meleeing if I find another giant spider. As I'm blasting all these little spiders, the screen was shaking like crazy. So annoying. Maybe from one of the thermal vents? Here's my first encounter with one of the blind ones. Big old belly on that fella. Also big belly button. So one thing I definitely remember playing this level is these holes you find in these hallways. They almost don't seem to make sense, like it teleports you rather than drops you down. Have I ever mentioned I have a terrible sense of direction? Had to make a leap of faith onto these pegs I can climb. Would be hilarious if you just couldn't and I died there. A recurring theme here are these annoying spider holes. You just sit there for a while 4 or 5 of them come out of each one. It's not exactly dangerous or anything, just time consuming. Also, the screen flashes like crazy when they hit you over and over. Now this was tricky. Took me almost 20 minutes to find it. You have to go into this complete hole, look up, and just barely see a switch you can shoot. There was a second one on the other side, which opened a door in this waterway. I'm surprised it didn't take longer. This took me to an upper area with a gate key. Conveniently, there was a locked gate in that previous room. Nice. I also got a new gun up there, the charge dart. This is an alternative to the tranquilizer gun, and it's like a taser? Kind of feel bad for them. They keep grunting while getting electrocuted. I never really used this gun. Oh god, it's another one of those giant spiders, except this time there's a cliff to my death behind me, and the screen won't stop shaking. Why did they do this? That spider was guarding the first level 6 key. It was in this rather colorful cave. When I grabbed it, it turned into Lag City. These little one-eyed goblins are eating all the frames. I thought this was neat, knocking over the pillar with the exploding barrel. Yet another spider boss on the other side. Okay, yep, they're floating platforms. You know, they had this in the final level of the first game, so I guess I'll allow it. If you fall off, you can't get back up. Have to jump into the hole of mystery and run through several screens to a portal to try again. Getting past those jumps was worth it though. The red eagle feather. Heck yeah, more talismans. This is the island of Panacea. I just now made that up. It has both infinite health and infinite ammo spawn. I would be coming back here a lot. Yep, I'm completely lost again. These dang holes, I hate them. It said underwater door open, but I had no clue where. Where is this door? I have no idea what happened here. When I exited the water, my movement just felt off. I couldn't move lightly. I think the game thought I was still underwater. When you tap to move underwater, you move quite a bit. I swear I didn't just jump off the cliff for no reason here. Now I'm paranoid every time I jump out of a swimming state. Well, I don't think it really helps me progress, but I did stumble upon the altar to turn in that red eagle feather. He offered me the hardened fire talisman, which apparently lets me walk on lava. Haven't seen any of that stuff yet. I wound up going all the way back to the start of the level after this, and nothing. It has to be that underwater door. Finally, a ray of hope. I spotted some handholds on the wall near that feather I picked up. Problem is, I can't reach them. I can't believe it. Literally an hour of running around, and it was just a tunnel I had missed. Oh, I am frustrated. Also, I ended up in that glitch state again where it thinks I'm swimming. I'm pressing down to move backward, and it's going forward anyway. What is going on in this game? It seems to wear off after a while and some jumping. Using this pathway, I was able to snag this cave door key. Finally, some progression. Over 2 hours in. And even further down this path was a satchel charge. Must be to seal the thermal vents. We aren't even at the worst part yet. Going down this hole takes you to the water tunnels. This is a complete maze entirely underwater. It's hard to explore this thing because, well, you have limited air. At least it gives you this torpedo launcher. It's not even about shooting it, just it makes you move super fast underwater. I got a second cave door key down here. A lot of time spent underwater is going to these little dead ends where you can only get a little hole to refresh your air. It just further adds to the feeling of being lost and trapped. I stumbled upon a second satchel charge down here. Nice. Probably only one more to find. At least on your first couple times down here, you can use the fact the map draws itself in unexplored territories to know where you haven't been. Once it's all been drawn out though, you're screwed. Down this path was a portal where I used a cave door key. A beautiful sight. Vent chamber located. Finally, we can complete one of these objectives. These places are guarded by lots of the blind ones. When they gang up on you, it's basically over. They were actually spawning in infinitely, so I had to do something quick. Jumping into this hole was definitely not it though. Okay, I had to climb this scaffolding, plant the satchel charge, and plug the hole. Makes sense. That's one of 3. It was time for me to end for the day, and I was desperate to find a save point. It was here I learned not even Refampin the Legend knew where to go in this level. This is because in the remake they made changes to each level to help with problem areas. For this level, they completely changed it. So much so, he only had a general idea of where to go. If you got stuck here as a kid, you can blame the level designers. These spinning platforms are certainly something. Hopefully y'all don't get motion sickness. The jumps across these are so scary. I miss strafe jumping in Turok 1. Wow, the dinosaurs are on fire now. I'm scared. With that previously obtained talisman, I can walk on lava like this. Like taking that thing where you walk on the hot coals just to the next level. Oh god, it's those worms from the last level. Such a cursed enemy. Hey, I found a flamethrower. The optimal way to kill spiders. Talking about in real life, by the way. The benefits of finally finding another save point. I can just reset after falling like an idiot here. I found this new item, Sunfire Pods. I think it's supposed to be like a flashbang grenade. The dudes are already blind, so how's this supposed to help? Turn it into some kind of double-blind study? Still incredibly lost, but at least I found this cave door key, so that's nice. I imagine that's the last one. What the heck is this glitch? They forgot to put textures on this triangle. Unbelievable. I can't believe I'm playing this garbage. Better be fixed in the remake. A brief break from the aimless wandering to obtain the nuke part. Some NA aim on display here. You know, I don't think pulling out the Warblade when you're being triple teamed is the best idea. At least I looked cool going out. That's it. Time to bring out the big guns. In this level, I found the most iconic weapon, the Cerebral Bore. It sends the little drone robot thing directly into their brain and makes their head explode. I had like 600 people ask me if I found the thing, so I assume everyone remembers it. Close call here. I clipped out of bounds behind the stalagmite. I was terrified I was just going to fall under the map there. Up to 3.5 hours on this level now. I'm cutting so much of this out. Back on those weird rotating platforms, and something strange happened. It was just turned the wrong way. It essentially made the jump to the next one impossible. It's just weird stuff like this that probably rarely happens that makes you wonder what the heck is going on. And of course, I fail the final jump when I do get it to line up properly. I'd lost too many lives and had to reset. It had been a bit since I last saved too. Ugh. Literally an hour of running around again and I find the second level 6 key. Also in a rather colorful area. Sucks getting ambushed by little goblins that are only legs and head though. Yeah, I just fell through the ground right there. That enemy is clearly walking around up there, but whatever. That's cool. I don't need to be up there anyway. I tried it a few times and it kept giving the same result. Here's the coolest part of the level. So if you jump off this ledge at this exact spot, you get soft lock. Yep, I had no way out. Wonder if this one's in the remake. I even tried using the grenade launcher to blow myself up, but nope, they don't let you do that, I guess. No choice but to turn the game off and reload my save, which is the exact same save from the last time I reloaded it. I wasn't saving so seldomly by choice, more so I kept getting lost and never found my way back to one of the save points. Just to rub salt in the wound, like a minute after I restarted my save, I fell off the cliff and died. Can you see why I don't like this level now? Over 5 hours in at this point. I was so tilted. Getting this nuke part for the 3rd time and I fell off the cliff after all the enemies were dead. I don't know if I needed to keep resetting, but having low lives scared me. I didn't want to get into some super tough spot with only 1 life remaining or something like that. Well, at least all this dying led to me learning the Sunfire pods one-shot the blind ones. How's that for looking on the bright side? The tilt is getting stronger. I literally didn't press anything here. The jank of these spinning platforms just kind of shoved me off the cliff. Over 6 hours in now. I was just trying to make it to the save point after getting the nuke so I could say I accomplished something in this session. The platforming engine in this is so crap, man. It's like Turok has cement in his shoes. I cannot figure out why they changed it. Note, this is not referring to the remake. The remake actually made it really nice. I'm strictly talking about this N64 version on an original console with the lag. Good news, I finally made it to the save point after collecting the nuke part. At least I don't have to do that anymore. Only lost 3 lives. Oh, here we go. A giant spider. These guys don't respawn, so that means I haven't been here. I swear, I always think it's going to be some big brain puzzle that I didn't know how to do, and nope. It's always just, oh, I happen to never check this path. 8 hours in now. And here's the final level 6 key past those things. In this very yellow room. Yes, dude, it's really happening. We may escape this place. Well, actually, with all the reloading my save I did previously, this was the 2nd key. But I had found that other one on a previous run. Hopefully I can find it again. And here's the 3rd and final satchel charge. Just gotta figure out where to place it. Dude, yes. Scaffolding means this is another thermal vent location. Something about this room reminds me of that place you fight El Giganto in Resident Evil 4. I guess this is where the blind ones sleep? Or where they're born or something? Also, what the heck? I lost like 50 health in an instant there. Oops. Didn't mean to fall in that hole. I only had 4 lives left, but like, I may never find this place again if I reset. I gotta carry on. And there we go, the 2nd thermal vent sealed. Only 1 to go. Actually, apparently past me did reset again because I died right after getting that objective. Luckily, he did find the way back. Alright, let's jump ahead about 2 hours. Remember like 18 hours ago where I mentioned I noticed some pegs in the wall, but I didn't know how to reach them? Yeah, I never further investigated that. I had to go all the way back to the start of the level, find those pegs, and jump from a bridge at an angle to reach them. Beyond here was the 3rd and final thermal vent, and my ticket out of this mess. I planted the charge and it said the blind ones were trapped. Mission complete. So relieved. One final thing, defend that totem. At least there's no way to get lost in this room. I died once here, only 2 lives remaining. I was a bit concerned with my life count, but I'm sure I'll be fine. Wait, what the heck? It didn't take me back to the hub area. Oh god, is this a boss room? What are these disgusting looking leeches? Get them out of here. Yep, this sure is a boss, alright. That may very well be the biggest eye I've ever seen. To start, there are these tentacles that spawn in the poison outside. I just blasted them all with the plasma rifle. Once they're dead, it spawns like 100 more leeches. The best part about this fight is it's spawning health pickups super often throughout. I would have died in this fight so many times without that. Next, these sucker things launching ooze at me spawn near the top. Absolutely disgusting. Just shoot them and strafe to dodge the goop. The tentacles have moved up top now. I just want to shoot that giant eye and pop it, man. It was getting a bit dicey now. The tentacles were doing the smash attack that was like impossible to dodge. Not to mention the hitbox for them is now only on the tip, which makes aiming tough. Upon destroying the last tentacle, I blasted the eye with the shredder and got slimed like I'm at the Kids' Choice Awards. Only 2 lives left and sitting on 19 HP. kinda nervous, but hey, we're out of the Lair of the Blind Ones. 9.5 hours in that place. I never want to go back. Guess we'll go to level 5, the Hive the Mantids instead. The Mantids are a highly aggressive and intelligent species. They are incapable of feeling pity, remorse, or kindness. They are only here to grow their colony. The Primagen convinced them to free him by promising them more land to control. My objectives are to destroy 3 queen embryos, destroy the master computer, and defend the totem. Guess who died instantly when spawning in? And guess who forgot to save before coming into this level? If you guessed Bill Burr, no, that's not right. It was me. So now instead of blind ones, we've got these mantids. Basically annoying grasshoppers with plasma weapons. Meleeing these things is not the play because they just move too much, making most of the attacks miss. Thankfully there was a fast spawning infinite health here. Maybe the devs knew you were fed up after passing Lair of the Blind Ones and needed a break. Some of these mantids fly around with jetpacks, as if they weren't already hard enough to hit. If it weren't for that health spawn, I would have easily game overed here. Alright, an extra life. I needed that safety buffer badly. In the next area, I had to blow up this spinny thing to lower an invisible shield on a hallway. Was confused why I couldn't walk down there before. There's also these other bugs, I don't know, like an armadillo but in bug form? I don't know what to call it. They hop around even more. This place is so cool looking though. Like, look at this hallway. Tell me you wouldn't want to live here. This guy just would not die. I swear I hit him at least 10 times there. Well, there goes that buffer life I had. Yep. Here it goes. What on earth is hitting me here? I literally see no one nor any projectiles. Like, what am I supposed to do? I died yet again and got that dreaded game over screen. Well, if you're sad there's no more Lair of the Blind Ones, don't worry. That's where my last save was. It only took like 45 minutes to get through the level again. This time I made sure to save because I might lose my mind if I have to go back there again. Also, I got out with 4 lives this time around, so it kind of ended up being good anyway. Alright, here's that room I got annihilated in before. I can see some kind of turrets on the ceiling, sort of. I have no idea if I'm hitting them or not. Looks like enough of those shots landed. Man, those killed me so fast before. Kinda rude putting that in the pitch black. And this room was the first level 6 key? I guess we need 6 of these to beat that level. Makes sense. It's okay, Turok. Jump into the void. You'll be safe with me at the helm. Dang, this post-death cutscene is brutal. Looks like Turok owed those guys money. Seriously though, what is going on in this game? Why are we fighting bugs? Instead of normal barrels, we've got these weird pod things. The really big ones can sometimes jump scare you with a bug jumping out. This is a cool looking elevator. I'm telling you, I really like the aesthetic of this place. This mantid was ginormous. It died in one shot from the plasma rifle, which was weird. Wait, are these bugs fighting each other? They never really explain anything like that in game. Turok is actually based off a comic book, I think, so maybe there's some backstory in there about the different type of bugs. I honestly can't remember if I've mentioned this yet, but there are a ton of weapons in this game. So many that it has a sub-menu for selecting them. I found this firestorm cannon which uses the same rounds as the plasma rifle. Weapon selection definitely reminds me of GTA. It's like a chain gun basically. Takes a half second or so to rev up. It uses way too much ammo in my opinion though. Here's our 5th level 6 key. It was like behind a barrier I had to go find a switch for, but y'all don't need to see all that. Dude, this jump was terrifying. They've got several big jumps over the abyss like that in this level. I ran around lost for half an hour, you know, on brand for this game, when I found this button. No idea how I never pressed it before. Oh yeah, there's these green buttons instead of switches here. I guess it's cool they made them a different look in each level, although they all serve the same purpose. Hey, the map looks like a person in this spot. Like a chef with a gigantic body and big old clown shoes. Can you tell I'm losing my mind yet? This part is a bit sketchy. Enemies just spawn in from those openings really far away and I'm sitting here on tiny floating platforms. Can't strafe at all because I'll definitely fall off the cliff. It paid off because I got the purple eagle feather here. Now, where is that altar? Yep, I'm getting shot by like 20 dudes from above now. I had racked up like 7 extra lives by this point though, so I was feeling good. One death isn't the end. Extremely glad falling down here wasn't a death. Also glad this is apparently the not dark poison water so I can swim in it. I know I haven't done any objectives yet, but it's only been a bit over 2 hours in the level. It's honestly pretty linear with lots of hallways. Dude, what in the world is this tunnel? Reminds me of this one time I was at a science museum on my 5th grade field trip. It made you lose your balance. There was a portal beyond here that led to a barren area with dead trees? Aren't we in a spaceship of some kind? Maybe this was a failed attempt at growing plant life. I'd been meleeing dozens of those little beetle things that I didn't even notice this was a giant one. Time to use my newest gun, the Scorpion launcher. Just a multi-missile launcher, pretty OP. Don't think he'll be getting up from that one. This area is the opposite of linear. Plus, those little beetle things are constantly spawning in the entire time. So annoying. Okay, this is promising. Never seen these kinds of pods before. Feel like I'm hacking my way through the jungle with a machete. There was a huge room surrounded by a hallway, and in the center was the first queen embryo. These guys really didn't want me destroying it. Holy crap. So many of them spawning in, hard to keep up with it all. This guy shoved me off the cliff, but it kinda worked out. Landed right beside a satchel charge. Didn't even know I'd be needing one of those this time around. This like gray plant area is so much more open and easy to get lost in than the other parts. Those were just hallways. I like hallways. Well, here's a tiny water hole. Maybe they've got a chance to grow these plants. Not using Gatorade, at least. The portal through here led to a bridge with a second satchel charge on it. Geez, what are we going to be blowing up here? I know it's the computer, but this is a lot of firepower. I don't even know what happened here. Ambushed, and during the death cutscene, Turok just gets shoved into the wall. This part sucks. There's seriously like 8 enemies on this tiny little platform. It's just too much, man. Genuinely, what do they expect me to do here? The enemies are so big I can't even move. It lags so bad that tapping the joystick for 1 frame moves the crosshair like half the screen. Alright, here we go. More pod thingies. You know what that means. Well, it would be another embryo if I didn't get killed first. Alright, there we go. Second queen embryo down. This was the first time I run out of ammo in my core weapons. Pistol, shotgun, and plasma rifle. I just could not kill those other guys around. The Scorpion launcher wasn't doing anything. The cerebral bore wouldn't register. Aw man, this level just got so difficult out of nowhere. I think part of the reason I struggled to hit enemies is turning auto aim on. Watching this back now, sometimes it works against me. Oh well, can't go back and change the past. Now this structure looks important. Problem is, how do I make that shield go down? Looking like the center of Ganondorf's castle in Ocarina of Time. Here's the end portal for the level. Definitely not done with the objectives though, yikes. This enemy sucks so much. Every single time I tried to go through here, he sprints into me and shoves me off the bridge. Nothing I can do. Why can't I push him, huh? Well, only 3.5 hours in and I'm completely lost. I took the portal back to the start to try to see what I missed. You know what? I just thought of another thing I dislike about this game over the first Turok. When you look down, it forces you to look back toward the center once you start moving. It makes jumping just that much harder. Took an hour of running around. I found one of the warp portals. Dang it, it's for the nuke piece though. Well, I guess I'll take it. At least it's something different. Wasn't anywhere special. Just, you know, a simple path I never happened to go down. God, I'm even lost in the nuke area. This is supposed to be a straightforward kill all the enemies fest. Get him, cerebral bore. Bore directly into his cerebellum. Alright, at least I got through that area unscathed. I was only at 2 lives from all the wandering I'd been doing. Kinda sketchy. And once again, the gamer with the worst sense of direction just forgot to check this very basic path. Finally, found the altar. This time he's giving me the Whisperer's talisman. I take the voices of some spirits to travel new paths or something like that. I wasn't really listening. 4.5 hours in. Okay, this one wasn't my fault. They put a dang unmarked underwater tunnel here. All it was for is a generator for a force field, but still, that's rude. Now this was useful. It led to an elevator that went to this room with like 8 force field generators. This must be the thing blocking me from the master computer. There we go. Finally getting stuff achieved again. Stupid grasshoppers. I'm fed up with this place. Big objective down. Apparently I had to plant 4 satchel charges? I'm so glad I've apparently stumbled upon all 4 of them by now because I definitely don't remember doing it. 5 hours in now. Just a level 6 key and one more queen embryo to go. I guess at some point I destroyed another force field generator and I made it to this new path with the final level 6 key. Except the door shut on me and it was a trap. Oh my goodness, what a twist. Ah, that's more like it. Okay, this one made me really upset. I had shot this door like 8 billion times in the past and it apparently only took one more shot to blow up. I thought it was just a glitch on the map or something. Unbelievable. Well, that's gotta be where we go. Wait, that only led to a save point? Well, okay, I guess. I do remember there being a second one of these explodable door things. Also, I just want to point this out. The N64 memory card can hold like 140 blocks or so, and a single save for Turok 2 takes up 90. So why are there 16 save slots? I don't get it. Okay, never mind. That other explodable door thing is just a bunch of guns that I already have. Oh god, that means I don't know where to go. I don't even know where this is, but hey, look. Egg pod things. We're finally here. That was about an hour and a half down the drain, but I got it. Final objective completed in 7 hours. Defend that totem once again. I will not miss these bugs bouncing around like this, that's for sure. Wait, it's playing another cutscene. Oh god, is this another boss? I only have 1 life left. Yep, it sure is. Some kind of insect queen, I guess? I had no idea what to do, and I was also very scared of game overing. Like, there is the bug itself, but there were also these long things going down to the ground, and also this very sus looking thing hanging from the ceiling. I'm not going to say what it looks like. Alright, it looks like a nutsack. Yep, I think we all saw that one coming. I dealt no damage either. Nothing I shot did anything. I don't understand. Alright. This time I didn't die defending the totem. At least I have an extra life to spare. Still though, nothing was hurting it. Like the last one, health and ammo is constantly spawning around the arena. This one's much bigger though, so it's harder to keep your health up. Could get extremely lucky and have a full heal spawn. After picking that up, I somehow heard it? I just shot it like I had been the entire time though. Every so often it goes back into the sack and little bugs spawn. They're much slower, so I could use this time to farm my ammo back up. Okay, I see. The butt is the weak point. Wonder why it flashed like that. Now that I finally know where to aim, I can kill this thing. Except, not always? Now it's not dealing damage. Maybe it is only weak for a set time? If hitting the butt wasn't working, I could use the scorpion launcher to at least deal some damage to it. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure how this boss works. Once its health was nearly down, it just falls on the ground and is struggling to move. I kind of feel bad for it now? Wait, I can use this time to fill my health and ammo up for free. Huh, it stopped spawning. Alright, let's kill it. Finally, level 5 finished. 7.5 hours on that one, jeez. One more level to go. We can do this, y'all. Power through. It's time for the Primagen's Lightship. I'm told this place is guarded by biomechanical droids, and the size of the ship is massive. Well, didn't have to tell me that second part. It was implied from the rest of this dang game. My objectives are to destroy all 3 automated biomechanical assembly plants, reverse the polarity of the waste disposal system of the ship to purify the River of Souls, and oh, I guess there's no totem to protect this time around. Here's one of those biomechanical droids, letting out a little smoke, you know, to add even more to the lag. I've noticed the N64 struggles to render stuff like smoke or fire or a poison cloud, stuff like that. Hey look, it's that thing I remember seeing in the first level. Can't get past this shield to get it though. There's a lot of infinite health and ammo spawns in this central area. Really nice. What the heck is this turret? Didn't even notice it there. I can't get in this narrow gap to grab these coin things. Wait, has this game had a crouch button the entire time? Wow, it did. Amazing that it's not required until the final level. That is great. This room had a floating blue crystal and a bunch of lasers below it. I tried shooting it, but no luck. This fan though, it just lifts me up to this upper area. It's really janky. Here's a different variant of the droid. My god, why does everything in this game have to shove me backward? It would not die, and I fell into those stupid lasers. Nah, no way, that's a reset. Here's more of those crystals. It turns out it's an item to pick up, the ion capacitor. I don't know what it's for. Alright, time to use that Whisper's talisman from the last level. It just kinda creates an airlift to get me across these lasers. Very slow. Maybe it should be the yelling talisman. This button said it disabled the force field generator. What is that again? They took a new design for the portal here in the final level. It looked identical in the other 5. I like this one better personally. Not even an hour in and I'm already stuck. I tried this jump, but I think it's impossible. I had 3 of those ion capacitors, but the 4th was over those lasers. This jump, on the other hand, very possible. This area extended a bridge, allowing me to reach the 4th ion capacitor. Heck yes, dude. Conveniently, the next room had a tower with 4 slots to place them. I thought this was the thing that would purify the river, but maybe I have to do something else? Well, at least seems like that did something good. There was a portal from here that led to an upper ledge in the original room with a button to open one of the doors. When you first get here, every door is locked except one. So you basically just keep opening up more and more of the ship in this manner. Now this room is terrifying. The entire floor is lasers and there are fans. Do I trust the jank of the fans to keep me afloat? Well, it worked. One of the rare times I didn't get screwed over in this game. There's a 5th ion capacitor in this room, so I guess we're gonna have to do more of those pillar thingies. This hole looks extremely suspicious, but like, there's nowhere else to go. Oh, it's a gigantic fan underneath. It'd be nice if there was some way to see that before taking that leap of faith. Okay, cool, let's just fall through the tiny crack here. A toddler could have stepped over that gap. At least I saved recently. This pipe was super weird. There are fans blowing throughout it, so you almost feel like you're on ice physics, but not exactly. He'll be running slowly, then just start zooming out of nowhere. Make up your mind, buddy. Here, he's just sliding without any input from me. Wish he just beat this game himself. I did not like this part at all. The physics just felt horrible to play on. Okay, this was super cool. So you have to press this button to open a door on a timer, right? Well, I jumped exactly as the door was shutting and got stuck. Oh wait, I can go back the other way. Thank God. I thought I was soft locked. Made my way to the 2nd power generator, had 4 ion capacitors to dispose of as well. This level has mostly been hallways, you know? There's not too much to say about this level, honestly. It's just Hallway Simulator. I actually bet that's the name of some game on Steam. Only on the level for about an hour and a half so far. Did I remember to mention I loathe these wind tunnels? The physics simply don't work. I had spent an hour aimlessly running around trying to figure out where to go while simultaneously dying dumb deaths like that and resetting to retain my lives. Yep, I totally should have fallen and died there. I was definitely pressing to walk backward. Just felt like showing you one more death that happened here. This tunnel is by far the worst thing in this entire game. I can't stand it. Apparently these lasers were nerfed to not insta-kill you in the remake. Actually, I lied. Here's the worst one of all. Finally, out of there. Just like when I opt for the gas station hot dog with my 5-hour energy on my road trip, I'm desperate to find a rest area. Remember that leap of faith talisman? This is it now. Feel old yet? Another force field generator down. Soon that thing in the starting area will be mine. Ooh, now the power generator has lasers and moving bridges. Why wouldn't they put this on all of them? Could only fill out half of it. And here's the 3rd switch to open the 4th and final path in this place. Honestly, we're getting through it quick. The map had a gap in this spot. Is this going to be another thing I try to destroy a bunch and it ends up not letting me, only to then let me do it way later? Everything just looks the same in this level. Run through the halls, deal with the little ankle biter enemy over and over, hit the switches. I just want the end so bad, man. Now we're talking. This definitely looks like one of those assembly plants. Now, how do I blow this place up? Apparently you just shoot this computer? Well, that was a bit anticlimactic. But there we go, one down. Oh, and here's the gray eagle feather right behind it. Tons of progress now. Down at the actual assembly line, there were these blue laser cells, and it told me that a laser power crystal was required. No clue what that means. Didn't I already destroy it? This door stuck out as weird looking, so I blasted it and it opened. Then I blasted the pistons moving around inside, and it said I destroyed another assembly plant. So I guess I have to like destroy the individual pieces or something? I'd now made it to the 4th and final switch in the upper part of the starting room. This must have opened some other door around there. Hopefully I find all the stuff I'm missing and it wraps up cleanly. Oh wait, that led to the end portal. Well, we're screwed. Okay, here's something I missed. The portal to the altar. This guy's giving me the sixth and final talisman, the Eye of Truth. Now I can see things that others can't, or something like that. Maybe cheated a treasure chest rupee key game. This laser wall was a real thorn in my side. Couldn't figure out how to turn it off. Well, with an ultra health, I could just tank it. It did 143 damage, so I guess we're fine. There was a switch to open the nuke portal, as well as the final power generator for the river cleansing. Along with that, I traded my blue laser cells for red ones. I think this is the final force field generator to disable as well. Oh, it literally turned these lasers blue, and now they don't hurt me. I think I see how I was supposed to get past that laser wall. Well, hopefully it spawns me on the other side. Time to get this last nuke piece. I presume this will be the hardest Shadows of Oblivion fight yet. They seem to have brought out the ultimate weapon this time, making the frame rate atrocious. Even I didn't see that one coming. There we go, the sixth and final nuke piece. Well, I never got the one in level 3, so we have to do that, but still, it should be the final one. This time around, there's a brief cutscene with Adia telling me to not let these Shadows of Oblivion guys distract me from the Primagen. Feel like that should trigger when you actually finish the nuke, you know? Ah, it's making sense now. Placing the red laser cells in that assembly plant area makes the lasers dangerous and blows it up. Why do they even have lasers in there anyway? It said I had destroyed 3 of 3 assembly plants, so I just need to take down one more power generator. Which I did find already, but I thought I couldn't reach the other half of it for some reason. Oh yeah, there was this room where I needed that Eye of Truth to progress. It's drawing this thin yellow path that moves at the most awkward angles for me. I was so paranoid I was going to fall off. Okay, this was the final force field generator. Also, the devs were being mean here. Why would they put a coin trail that just leads into a pit? Who isn't going to try that? That's just rude. Here's a new weapon, the Razor Wind. It's a reusable ranged weapon? I don't recall ever using it. Look, that shield is finally down. I can grab this thing. Primagen Keys 6? Wait, there was one of these in level 1. That means... oh no. I need to go back to every level and get these keys. That includes the Lair of the Blind Ones. I've never considered a Game Shark harder in my life. Took like half an hour of wandering around, but I found it again. Guess I just need to make this super tight jump, because I don't see how else you make this. Heck yes, dude. Mission complete. Just gotta get back to the portal. Thankfully, it's not hard to find. Of course, can't get off easy. Gotta have another boss cutscene happen on the way out. What even is this thing? Some kind of like big slug with tentacle arms? Yeah, I died within like 10 seconds. There's this attack where tentacles come up from the ground, and I don't see how you're expected to dodge it. Also, the boss didn't even have a health bar, so how do I know if I'm hurting it? I was just trying so hard to hit this guy, but it wasn't working. There wasn't really any health spawning like on the other bosses, and I was dying rapidly. After dying myself 3 times, it played a cutscene where it showed I had knocked its arms off. Turok goes sprinting for the exit, and it just makes me start fighting again. I guess this is phase 2. It keeps grabbing the ceiling and jumping up, causing rocks to fall. I still wasn't doing a good job hitting it, but I was taking less damage. I knocked its arms off a second time, and it sprouted like 6 more out of its back. I guess now the head is the weak point. Now it's slowly chasing me around the arena, and that's about it. I run faster, so this wasn't all that bad. Despite being faster, I still managed to find a way to die. 6 lives going into this, and all 6 are gone. Oh god, when was the last time I saved? Only had to redo that final power generator, not too bad. Let's try this again. I don't really know what you do on this phase other than just blast the dude in the face and kite backwards. I don't know how he's tanking like 600 missiles to his face either. Flamethrower ought to do the trick. It shows a cutscene with the boss getting away though. Guess we didn't kill it. Oh well. That Primagen key I got gets used in the center of the hub area to unlock the final boss. So yep, gotta go get 5 more. The key in level 1's so dumb. You have to kill this enemy way up in this tower, which causes a door to open. This entire time I could have just done that and gotten this thing? Took me almost an hour of running around to figure that one out. Oh well, 2 out of 6. Oh yeah, you can't just like pause and exit a level. Have to actually go find the exit portal. Good thing I totally know how to get there. It took about 20 minutes to find this stupid thing. Okay, I will say this game is super big and hard to navigate. However, I'm especially bad with directions and such. Like in real life, if I go to some business, my brain really struggles to know which way I need to turn after leaving to get back home. Like if I immediately left, sure, I'd get it, but once I've done something else, that information is just kind of wiped from my memory. I don't know, I've always struggled with navigation. Oh my god, we get to ride this guy again in level 2. Well, not really anything to destroy this time around. I missed you so much, pal. I don't remember ever seeing the Primagen Key in this level. Not good. Oh, right, we weren't able to swim in this river before. Hey, shouldn't the River of Souls be purified now? We destroyed all those power generators or whatever in level 6. Alright, this has gotta be it. A door under the poison water? Classic. Now I'm just bouncing around like crazy. This is it. This is the Primagen Key. Wait, it's not here? It was just a bunch of tokens for extra lives. Well, this is unfortunate. I've been running around here for half an hour. You stuck there, dude? Need some help? There. No longer stuck. Dude, I don't even know where this was. Somewhere in the level. But this is actually the correct poison water. It's basically the same as that other one. Going up this ladder, finally, the second Primagen Key. Oh my goodness, that one took over an hour. Why am I like this? Why is this game so big? How does it even fit on a cartridge? Sorry, I lost my cool there for a second. 3 out of 6 Primagen Keys. I don't miss this swamp at all. Remember, still need the nuke part here too. Somehow I never encountered this long water tunnel in the 600 hours I was in this level. Looks awfully suspicious. Alright, didn't even need any new power-ups. I guess you can get this one without going to level 4. For the nuke part, I had to jump from a tower to a roof in the wrong direction. You know what? Not too upset about missing that one. Only took about half an hour to get both of these things. And here it is. The 6th and final part of the nuke. I can actually equip it. I didn't expect that, honestly. Oh, I want to use it so badly. Okay, that was absolutely worth it. Oops, forgot the extra 20 minutes it would take me to find the exit. Did you know in the remake you can teleport around save points? Man, how cool would that be? The one good thing they did for Lair of the Blind Ones is make the path to the Primagen Key basically right next to the starting area. Didn't have to look much at all to find it. After hitting a switch, dealing with the most annoying leeches ever, and picking up a cave door key, I was on my way. There we go, the 5th one. Only one to go. We can do this. Another good decision. You can leave a level through the entrance portal too. The worst level only took 10 minutes to get the Primagen Key. Unbelievable. Now that I have the finished nuke, I can just find nukes on the ground from these ammo spawns. Someone should really make these harder to obtain. I remembered finding the area for this key during this level. Hopefully I can find it again. Only half an hour to find this place. Not too shabby. I do appreciate these late game areas having tons of tokens for lives, because I certainly died a lot in this run. There it is, the final key. Oh man, we're gonna finish. I brought the 6th key to the hub world and we see a cutscene with a hole forming and Turok jumping down to the ultimate challenge. Is that the Primagen? I thought it was Mothman. Oh well. Time to die, buddy. Naturally, I tried blasting his face with a nuke. Unfortunately, it seems I'm not supposed to be shooting it. What a waste. After like 20 seconds of dodging bombs, some windows open with drones flying out. They're kinda slow and annoying. It can be hard to get them visible on screen. I swear, it feels like it's inside of my hitbox sometimes. Like seriously, they couldn't have made these things fly any faster? After destroying those, the Primagen leaves the shielded area. Now the real fight begins. I tried using the nuke to hit it once again, but like, it takes so long to charge up that you can't even hit it. Instead, the shredder did nearly a quarter of its health in one shot. Heck yes. But then I tried using the nuke again and it healed to full health. I'm starting to think this thing isn't all that great. I did the same thing, but even the shredder can't prevent it from healing. What's going on here? I somehow managed to do even more damage this time. The Scorpion launcher didn't prevent it, but at least now I know it's not a full heal. Come on, that was a point blank nuke to the face. This thing sucks. Okay, progress. The flamethrower stops it from healing. I don't know if I like hit it in some specific spot or the flamethrower itself did it. Nope, wait, the Razor Wind did it too. I have no idea how this works, but I know I'm winning. I don't know if this guy just has a jank hitbox or what. Sometimes I'd never deal damage, others, a single hit would do like a quarter of its health. It really made no sense to me. Okay, this was garbage. He's got like a single pixel of health bar left and decides to heal now? My main issue was running out of ammo with every single gun. And once again, I didn't even deal any more damage. Either I suck or this boss is broken, and I ain't blaming myself. Okay, now I got his health all the way down, and this time he got it all back. Well, at least it seems this is correct. He went back to the shielded area. Too bad I had lost all my lives, basically. It sends out more of those drones, which I promptly killed. It came back out, and now there's some new pulsing type attack. It makes this annoying high-pitched sound, too. The boss is running around way faster now. It seems hitting him in his itty-bitty arm is what's dealing damage this time around. At least it seems consistent. At half health, the Primagen flew into the air, and then it didn't do anything different. Well, that was weird. The boss is so fast and Turok is slower than me after Golden Corral. I was taking way too much damage. Okay, well, it's almost dead and now it's actually flying around. Maybe it bugged out earlier? I think I'm not able to damage it in the air. And there's a game over as I'm watching it regenerate its health anyway. You know what? I'll take it. At least I kinda know what to do now. This time I used the nuke on the drones and it made them freeze in the air or something. That's pretty cool. Got through phase 1 with only 1 death this time. Drastically improved. It also seems the little tendril things behind his head are the weak spot, not the head itself. That makes more sense. Alright, past phase 2 with only 1 more death. I like how you can see his arm regrowing during that heal. 2 more sets of drones this time. Nothing like launching a nuke directly at your feet and not dying. Now the head really is the weak point. For this phase, he gains the ability to push you back when hitting you. It's quite annoying. And one final time, I took the Primagen's health bar down. This time, no regeneration, no new phases. We see a cutscene with all the totems launching a giant blast like the Hammer of Dawn directly onto it, completely destroying it. We get a mild lore dump about how totems combine their power was able to eliminate all traces of the Primagen's influence. However, Adia informs us that the force that was getting in our way during this journey cannot be identified by her. They don't fit into any one bin of good or evil. She's not really sure what their goal is. And apparently, prior Turoks have dealt with this force before. Yeah, so Turok is like a title, I think, and someone becomes the next Turok. So this guy's a different guy from the first game. She's referring to the Shadows of Oblivion enemies for the nuke parts, by the way. Oh shoot, they better hope this sells well so it gets the sequel they're referring to. And finally, the credits roll. Whew, that was a long one. After the credits finished, it just spawned me into the game and I was locked out of the hub area and had to go to level 6? Is there like a reverse boss order new game plus or something like that? Oh, I don't know, screw that. I'm not doing any second quests. This single quest was like 30 quests. There are quite a few cheats to check out here. If you beat this game back in the day, I imagine you may be familiar with Beware Oblivion is at hand. I don't blame you. Here's the Fruity Stripes cheat. And also I think Blackout mode? Now we're apparently in Rainbow Road. With this filter on, the nuke kinda looks like a portal gun. That's Gorard mode? Whatever the heck that is. Gotta love making all the enemies tiny. Aw, what's the matter? Can't reach me to punch me? That's too bad. There's also the classic big head mode along with big hands and feet. The dinosaurs look so cute now. And can't forget Juan's cheat.
Juan's code.
The Zack attack cheat puts one of the devs' newborns' faces onto the life tokens. This game came out in 1998, so this person must now be 27 years old. And Juan's cheat puts some kid named Juan on who won a Nintendo Power Contest onto the tokens. Hey, way to go, Juan. But yeah, that's about all there is for this one. Game complete. So yeah, there you have it. My journey to beating Turok 2 Seeds of Evil. It took 39 hours, 13 minutes, and 14 seconds. I always have the timer for these displayed on screen, but I guess I should start reading it out here? Huh. Anyway, yeah, what a grind that was. I had been told many times that this game was rough, but man, it's way worse than I imagined. Don't get me wrong, it's not a bad game, it's just draining. I honestly don't know how they fit this game onto a single cartridge. But then again, Resident Evil 2 is on the N64, so let's see. There's definitely enough content here. you got your money's worth with this game. There are a ton of guns and it's fun to play around with them all. The levels are all quite different from each other, like theme and aesthetic wise. The boss fights were pretty fun as well. Here's some problems, which I believe are all addressed in the remake. It lags a lot. I realize I'm playing on high res for most of the game, but it was lagging a lot on low res too. Sometimes even getting down to single-digit FPS. I suppose on an emulator you wouldn't have this issue. On the original N64 though, it chugs along. And the levels are just too big? It almost feels like they just wanted to prove how big they could make a level, like a personal test for the designers. I don't know. I don't like feeling lost so much. You have finite lives, which is quite annoying, and the infinite health and ammo spawns take so long to regenerate, making the game just last that much longer. Sure, you don't need them, but the game's way too hard without using them. By far, the main thing that frustrated me this time around though is the physics engine. They changed it so much from the first Turok, and I just don't know why. It was perfectly fine as it was. You now run way slower, there's like this weird input lag when you press the move, and he can't jump well at all. It felt so much worse to do any platforming in this compared to Turok 1. Not to mention the forced look spring. I still think it's a decent game, but I just don't see any reason to play the N64 version when the remake exists. Modern controls, enhanced graphics, constant 60 FPS frame rate, nerfs and changes in problematic areas, Lair of the Blind Ones made to suck much less. You can set waypoints on the map, you can warp between save points. I was thinking about how nice it'd be to be on that version the entire time I was playing this. I do highly recommend the remake though. This rating is specifically for the N64 version, not the remake. I gave Turok 2 Seeds of Evil a 5 out of 10 for enjoyability and a 8 out of 10 for difficulty. Alright, thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed. We had a randomized marble race to determine which game was next, so here's how that played out. Or skip to the timestamp on screen to skip straight to the game selection. Alright, we're going to do a race on a random track, Rusty Remnant simulation with 192 games on the list. Let's see, we got a bunch of games here like Namco Museum, Goemon Monke Sugoroku, Star Wars, Battle for Naboo. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, the marbles are off here on the Rusty Remnant. And who will come out first? Tom and Jerry in Fists of Fury, as well as Rakuga Kid's Star Shot, whatever that is. Mike Piazza's Strike Zone. Some real top tier games out in the lead early on. And Mike Piazza's Strike Zone, the current favorite. Golden Nugget 64, Shogi. These are all the best games. I think Golden Nugget is slot machines. Mike Piazza's Strike Zone, Rakuga Kids. Let's see, Fighter's Destiny 2, I see that as well. And Morito Shogi 64 is currently in the lead. Fighter's Destiny 2 on the left side, essentially tied right now. Revolt, Rampage, Custom Robo V2, those would be some good games. But it is Shogi with the slight edge currently. Fighter's Destiny 2 on the opposite path, and Shogi gets bounced backward in a twist that everybody is happy about. Shogi gets bounced backward. Fighter's Destiny 2, we're coming into the spin cycle here. Who is going to be the first to leave the laundromat? And it's impossible to tell, and it's Revolt with a big lead. Revolt dominating currently. There still are some obstacles left though. Tom and Jerry in second place. Mortal Kombat right behind. Revolt currently in the lead. Beautifully executed there, past the comb, not even phased. There are some pegs here to launch it up. Will Revolt survive? Puyo Puyo in party right behind. Revolt, Puyo Puyo, Fighter's Destiny, Killer Instinct, Resident Evil 2, the current favorites. But Revolt has a dominating lead. The path does split into two up ahead. We'll see what happens. Revolt getting held up slightly there. That will give the other marbles a chance to capitalize. Puyo Puyo in party, narrowing that advantage slightly. It's pretty close now. Revolt, Puyo Puyo, and Revolt. Puyo Puyo goes for the opposite path. Revolt on the upper path. I do think the upper path is a bit more dangerous. Puyo Puyo actually got knocked off. I didn't see what happened,
So Revolt now with a huge advantage. Fighters Destiny 2 South Park now in contention. Revolt sticks the landing. Fighters Destiny does not. Revolt currently in the lead. Can anything stop it? Killer Instinct, South Park, Resident Evil 2. Revolt getting held up a bit. And here's Tom and Jerry and Fist of Fury making a comeback. There's only one final section left. Revolt is trying to take it. Has a lot of speed coming into the end. And it is going to be Revolt is game number 200. Revolt, Killer Instinct in second place. Unbelievable, there was a lot going on there. Had some worry that we would be playing Shogi, but not today. Alrighty, Revolt, it has been decided.
But yeah, if you're still here watching, you're awesome. Thank you so much. If you had a good time, consider hitting that like button, or maybe even dropping a subscription. Or hey, maybe even watch another one of these videos that's on screen now. And yeah, see you next time.